it's your first year in the SEC without Coach Saban after his retirement. I'm curious about your relationship with Coach Saban. Have you reached out to him much after he's stepped down, and also does it feel different going into this league this season with a new head coach at Alabama?
No, I have a great relationship with Coach Saban, and as I referenced in the big room, I pay so much respect and so much, just credit to what I learned, because people forget that it wasn't the 9 years at Alabama. It was the 1 year at LSU and the 1 year at the Dolphins. So to have 11 years to work for what is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time, in my opinion, and it's not really close because of the time in which he did it. It was a lot of, what's the right word? It was a very competitive environment. It was not like a single team dominance, and he dominated for a long time. So we have a great relationship. Obviously, we communicate more now than we did in the past as we were competitors, but there's always been a mutual respect and a lot of appreciation, and probably more now seeing him, at the ESPYs and seeing him on TV and seeing the things he's doing to give back and be the torchbearer. I just have a lot of respect for him.
The AJC report said that there were 24 driving-related arrests and incidents surrounding Georgia football since that January 2023 tragedy. Why does this keep happening, and what are you specifically doing to address it?
Yeah, I think the number one thing is disappointed. Anytime you have a situation like that, you want your kids, your players, to make better decisions. And I always say you can't be outcome related, and I'm very disappointed in the outcomes, but I am very pleased with our process we've put in terms of education, driver safety, requiring defensive driving, education, talking about it, having leaders stand up and talk about it, bringing speakers in and talk about it, suspending players, dismissing players, which we've done. I don't know to this point any coach in college football that suspended a player for a driving citation. We have. And we've also dismissed players based on driving citations. Nobody's done that. So hopefully they get the idea and the information, but we have a really good locker room, and I feel really good about that. Like, I love the players we have. I love the locker room we have. We have good kids. We got 45 kids yesterday battling breast cancer golf tournament to raise money. So we got kids that go to Camp Sunshine, the entire team. We do a lot of good things, but not representative of what we want when they make mistakes like that.
What do you like most about this team in particular, and what's your biggest question heading into the fall?
I don't know, Steve. Coming out of spring, I loved the practice environment, the competitive nature between the offense and defense, the battles we had on the field. Like the practices were very spirited, it seemed like, and I enjoy that. I think when you have good spirited practices, they get more out of them, and it doesn't feel like this mundane, boring work. So I really like that. As far as areas we got to work on, I mean, the depth at the defensive line, I don't think anybody in the country will tell you they got enough depth. I don't think we have enough depth. We don't have a great depth at offensive line, where years past we were probably 2 and 3 deep. Right now we have a very experienced offensive line, but we don't have a deep offensive line. So some of that's been attrition, some of that's been portal. You have to continue to create depth, because you don't know when it's going to glare its head within the season.
Talk about Carson Beck, had a great season a year ago, but where do you feel he can, if at all, still improve going into year 2 as a starter in this offensive system?
Well, his approach to watching tape, finding out what defenses do, knowing what they're doing before it happens, the approach he has to our defense. He can instill confidence in our defense, where last year I think he was focused on what he did for our offense. He can be an overall factor for both sides of the ball this year and really help the confidence of the defense.
When Georgia played Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl, all offense, no defense, Brent Venables is turning things around. Can you talk a little bit about the job Brent's doing at Oklahoma and what Oklahoma brings to the SEC now that they joined the league?
Yeah, the great traditions, what they bring, tradition-rich history. What a tremendous job Brent did at Clemson as a defensive coordinator, and you can see those same elements, those same characteristics of toughness, attacking. He's going to always be good on defense. He knows defense. He understands how to attack offenses. So as he gets the players he's recruiting more and more in there, they're going to be a dominant defensive football team. And I think that's kind of, SEC has always been known for really good defenses, and he brings another one with him.
What's it like preparing to go to a place like Bryant-Denny that will feel likely like a playoff game?
I'm not going to be dismissive of going to play at Bryant-Denny. It's hard. But when you play on the road in the SEC, everywhere is hard. I mean, it is just difficult to play. The passion and energy on road games, people don't go ask a veteran SEC coach about road wins. There are only good wins. There are no bad wins. And it's not any different when you go to Tuscaloosa. It's a hard place to play. The passion, the energy, the players on the field, they're all good. And that's a challenge that we kind of embrace that. We love that. We like going on the road. We like being the one against the many. And I think you have to embrace it.